Crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite and welcome back to another GameMaker tutorial. Allergies season has sort of died down since the last video, thank God. Today I am going to talk about another one of the nice little things that GameMaker Studio 2 has added, and those are array literals. If you've never heard of those, you may have seen arrays defined in some other programming languages. I'm just going to create an empty object and start adding code to it. And you may have seen them define something like, where's the draw event? There's the draw event. Array equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And there are square braces right here, and the contents of the array are in between the square braces, separated by commas. And for the longest time, until GameMaker Studio 2 came around, you could not do that in GML. This would have caused an error in GameMaker 8 or 7 or Studio 1 or something, but you can do it now. Previously, you would have had to go about this the extremely long way of something like array 0 equals 1, array 1 equals 2, and so on and so forth. If you wanted to initialize it top to bottom, which is actually what would have been recommended, you could do that. But the point is that you would have had to have assigned each of the array index values one by one, or done it in a loop or something, which some people, myself included, like to create scripts to mimic this behavior. But now GameMaker Studio 2 has come around, and array literals, which is what this is called, have finally been added as a language feature, and they're quite nice. There is really not a whole lot to say about them. You can, if you want to see them in action, since I'm in the draw event, let's pick an array index of 3. That should be that should give me the value 4. We can, and that's actually not going to do anything because I don't believe there is an object in the room. We can run the game and we can see that it does exactly what you want. I don't know why I'm acting like people need persuading that this is what works. If you want, you can find the total. You can loop over the array, find the total, and you can draw that value instead. What would that be? 15. Cool, I know math, that says 15. So those are array literals. I want to instinctively say this is a nice quality of life feature that won't allow you to make any new types of games, and will just make your programming life a little bit easier, except they're really more than that. They really will make your programming life a lot easier, and I feel like it's selling them a little bit short to describe them like that. But this is really nice. This is basically a de facto standard in pretty much every single other programming language ever, and it's annoying that it took GameMaker almost 20 years to add this. I think, when did GMS2 come out? 2016, the beta? It's annoying that it took them 17 years to add this, but it's nice that it's finally here. I guess if I were to add a little bit more, some things that some other programming languages allow you to do is do this for other data structures. The most famous is probably JavaScript. You can create what's basically a DS map. All objects in JavaScript are DS maps, or what we would consider DS maps. And you can simply define them by saying things like, no, I'll call it map. Key 1. And JavaScript allows you to do this, whereas in GameMaker you would have to do something like that. GameMaker does not allow you to do this, at least not yet. On the GameMaker Studio 2 roadmap, this is apparently a feature that is in consideration, and maybe someday what I just said will be obsolete. Who knows? That would be pretty nice. I believe C# is another language that lets you do that. I think there are more. Anyway, if you didn't know about array literals before, now you do. I hope they save you some time. You can find the code through a link in the description as usual, although, let's be honest, there's not really a point since I could literally just copy and paste this into the description itself and call it a day. My name is Dragonite, and I will see you all later.